And we're live. Hey guys, Superhero Cat Rocky. So in the last video, I got a request asking for the roller style weapon. And well, since I'm not really ready to do a roller style weapon, I decided I was going to do a Big Swig first. This is mainly because I have played the Big Swig before, and quite like it as a weapon. So the Big Swig is essentially just a dynamo roller. However, it does a lot less overall damage. You see, a dynamo would be able to splat over that range, and over that range too. It has ink vac as its special, and ink wall as its sub. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm currently thinking of a name for this series. I have no idea what to call it quite yet, so leave your suggestions down in the comments below. Please and thank you. Anyways, let's get straight into the video. So as a SPLATOON player, I know that the Big Swig is more of a painter weapon. We're playing against two other Big Swigs. So this will be maybe a learning experience. A common rule to follow whenever you're playing any kind of roller is that instead of doing the roll, you're actually just supposed to jump and paint, or just paint like this, as it paints more ground more evenly rather than doing the roll such as that. Also, whenever you're doing the roll, especially with this, the Big Swig, as a dually player, I know that it is really easy to counter as an offensive play. So, really do not want to play this weapon too offensively, unless you're going against a person like that, who had no main or sub weapon on them because their special did not allow it. I don't see where the inkwall would be useful in this scenario. However, I do feel that since this is a support weapon, it could be useful in setting up your team, such as right here where I set up the wall for the dualies. Or right there for triggering an ink line. See, that's something you don't want to do, is go in front of enemy lines with this weapon. If you're going in front of enemy lines, then you are incredibly likely to die without getting any sort of trade or positive warm-up coming from it. The only way that you can get a direct kill with the Big Swig is if you get close enough and do a jump swing. Then you are likely to get a kill. However, other than that, you're only going to do a little bit of damage, and it is a lot better to have your team do all the work whenever you are using it. See right there, it wasn't really... I thought bro had fallen off the edge. I forgot what my thought was. But essentially, you just don't want to take on fights with this weapon unless you know you can win the fight. So positioning is really important, as you're a lot more likely to win a fight if you can position yourself. Or in a situation like that, where another Big Swig is playing dumb and instead isn't doing anything that could potentially get them a win or kills or paint, instead they're just running around in the ground, that's a really easy pickings for any weapon. Anyways, I feel like this was enough of a warm-up, so we're gonna go ahead and hop straight into Anarchy Open. The current rotation is Splat Zones, which I feel like the Big Swig will really prosper on, as its painting potential is a must-have for almost any splat zones. And not only that, see right there, those assists, they can really help with any of the workings, I guess you could say. How did I die? What? Bro. Right there is a good example of how you do not want to over push with this weapon, as it is really easy to die. Instead, what you're going to want to do is wait for your teammates and hope that your teammates are good and don't just stand there. Hi there, editor here. I'm just saying I skipped over that part because there was nothing really interesting happening. Okay, thank you. I did, however, have a pretty good example. See right there? This is a very good example of how you want to assist your teammates. And also, how the ink vac is your main method of offense. The ink vac is how you are going to be getting most of your kills. You're going to want to use this Big Swig to get the enemy's lines back. Also, since it has a special curve move right there, you can do special stuff with it and trick people. What is this lag, my guy? Somebody needs to disconnect. The wall can also be really useful for setting yourself up for a fight, as since the Big Swig doesn't have very good fighting capabilities, it is always good for it to have that little bit of extra armor. As you saw right there, it is very important for you to be a jump spot for your teammate, as if it's just like playing an E-leader. If you're not providing jump spots for your teammates, then your teammates won't be able to support you, and then you will end up dying. As with any weapon, it is very important to get back to your main position whenever possible. When playing splat zones, I feel that for Big Swig, it is mainly in the middle of a zone, as it can always keep the zone painted, no matter what. You can also go up here on this map, and if you go up here on this map, almost nobody can see you splatting anything or painting any turf. However, it is incredibly nice and useful, as you can paint the turf. Anyways, I think I'm going to do one more with the Big Swig, the normal Big Swig, and as I feel that I have played with this weapon enough, I have described its strategies well enough, I am going to finish it after the next one. Alright, it is at this point in the video that I would like to ask you to please like and subscribe, as it helps the channel grow. Okay, so we are in the next battle just now. We are on a different map this time. And this map, I feel like it is going to be a lot more important to stick back, especially with this upper area being mainly entirely covered. One of the things that I think it's really useful to take of, and I think people really only think of it when they're thinking about sloshers, is that rollers and even shooters, they have stuff that can go over the wall. And not enough people shoot over walls. As walls give you protection, and not only do they give you protection, they also make you hidden. And since they're making you hidden, you're a lot less likely to get spotted, meaning you can continue to support your teammates even further. And you see, if the GooTuber were still over there, you would see how the wall protects me from that GooTuber while I can continue to ink zone. A very important overall tip is to make sure that whenever you super jump, make sure that your jump area is safe. You can see this by seeing where the enemies are located, where turf is being inked, any of those things. However, conditions can change very quickly, as shown right there. And with these congestions, why do I have a mispronunciation in it? What feels like every single video. That's like just so random. At Torpedo Player, who's playing with the torpedo? I have no idea. We'll see though. And we will see how that torpedo actually works well. One of the main things you want to know when you're playing InkVac is that it is especially important to actually know where your enemies are and not just randomly use it. If you just randomly use it, you end up in a scenario like that where you just get absolutely clowned on. Oh, my armor saved me. Twice. Never mind. This is why it's important to be knowledgeable of your surroundings. Because if you're not knowledgeable of where your surroundings are, then you might just get jump scared, like I was just there. See right there, that is where you are going to mainly want to use your InkVac, unless there is a scenario that is more important. You want to take out backliners with the InkVac, as backliners are incredibly likely to randomly pop out of nowhere and jump scare your team, and you get clowned on, and then you lose, and you go down a rank. Totally not speaking from experience. I would never do that. Nope. Never would I ever. Yay. So, this seems to be the end of this video. I would like to thank you so much for watching. It has been a great time being here with you. Thank you for watching what I am assuming is going to be the first episode in the series. I know I've said this before, but please comment down below what you think it should be called. Like, comment, subscribe, and thank you. Thank you very much. Hello there, and welcome back. You are still watching after I said goodbye, and thank you for that. Just want to say overall thoughts in this video. I think it was honestly a pretty good video. I think that since I've played this Big Swig before, I was able to shorten it. I think this one's also going to be only in one part. If you want a little extra tips, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. And if you stayed this far, I'm assuming you already knew what was up. You're subscribed, all of that. So I don't need to tell you to do that. And if you aren't subscribed, well, why? I'm going to find you in ranked and go bang. What? How did I do that? Y'all saw that, right? You go, what? Anyways, I've dragged this outro on for way too long. So, bye-bye.